All right, everybody awake? Good. So my name is Ryan Kurczak. I'm a student of Roy Eugene Davis. I've been teaching Kriya Yoga for about 18 years now. Today we're going to talk about how to experience Samadhi. Kriya Yoga, the purpose of Kriya Yoga is to experience Samadhi. That is why you practice Kriya Yoga. And one of the difficulties that we often have is we don't really have a clear idea of what it takes to experience Samadhi. We'll learn meditation techniques and we'll study philosophy, but sometimes it's not really actionable, meaning you hear it and you know what to do, but it often feels, at least this was my experience, it would often feel like maybe you're just kind of stumbling through the process until you get the hang of it. But the beautiful thing about Kriya Yoga, especially as it's taught through Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, is that there is a direct pathway to experience Samadhi regularly and consistently. It's not just something that happens on a fluke every now and then. You can train yourself to do it. That is the purpose of Kriya Yoga. And what we did today in that meditation we just went through, that is a very basic way of learning to experience Samadhi. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, there are descriptions of Samadhi. There's a higher Samadhi and a lower Samadhi. And Samadhi can be translated to union or oneness or wholeness. It's kind of transcending or moving beyond our fragmented state of consciousness that thinks we're a limited human being in this kind of foreign alien world, and it's removing those thoughts and those obstructions, those kleshas or those afflictions which prevent us from feeling like we're whole or that we're divine. And in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, there is a Samadhi which is defined as with description. And there's a Samadhi that's defined as without description. And there's a Samadhi which focuses on the gross, and by gross I don't mean like your trash, I mean gross as in the physical, the stuff that you can touch and that you can feel and that you can see. And there is Samadhi which is subtle. And if you can learn to understand those principles and then every day rehearse the process, you eventually learn how to just do it. Just like when you get in your car, do you even think about how to drive really now? You don't. You just get in your car, you know what you're doing, and you go. Well, when you get really good at Samadhi and the practice of Kriya Yoga, when you sit down and meditate, you no longer think, well, gee, is this going to be a good meditation, or am I going to wonder what I'm even doing here? No, you're going to get in, you're going to turn on the key, and you're going to experience it. And this is something you can do. This is something that I've been able to do myself. If I wasn't able to do it, I wouldn't be able to tell you the process. And this is what I really love about it, because in the beginning, when we get started with our meditation practice, oftentimes we're doing it because we want to relax. Or we're doing it because we're stressed, or we're doing it because we have anxiety, or because we don't think very highly of ourselves, or because we want to be more spiritual. We have these ideas and these notions that initially drive us, and that's fantastic. But eventually, once you really get the hang of how to get into a meditative state, you do it because there's not a whole lot that's more fun than that. Everything that you experience, whether it's eating certain kinds of food, or wanting to have sex with someone, or listening to good music, or looking at nature, all of that is you trying somehow to get back to an experience of oneness. That's what you're trying to do. And with yoga practice, you're going directly to the source. And that's why when sometimes you meet people who are yogis for a long time, you might think, well, this is a very boring person. Because they don't really care about the stuff that most people care about anymore. they don't feel that they need to accomplish the things that everyone else thinks is so important, because they are self-satisfied within. And they know that relationships are going to end, that people are going to die, that jobs are going to end, that foods eventually go away, that vacations don't last, all these things, that power comes and power goes. But they learn to experience this state within which is not dependent on anything else. And then they're happy. And that's a really nice place to be. But anyway,